Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. So sorry for the mix-up. You know, when I get into the live stream setting here in Streamlabs OBS, I hit a button and I hit it down, and usually the only thing that comes up is the live stream. Somehow I didn't hit that, and I just hit live or something. Something happened. I would have sworn I hit it. My finger must have slipped, and it started a fresh live stream out of nowhere when it makes a go-to window. So then I got the live stream waiting, and I'm live streaming. I see people jumping around. I have to delete it, get it out of there so people don't get locked up in the wrong stream. Sorry, each and every one of you, for being here. Thank you for being here. I asked everyone what you want me to wear, trying to see what people liked. And I was going for the, I had to buy the dip shirt in a blue. I was in a navy blue. I was going to change. I mean, there's just navy blue colored, V-neck. So shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for smashing the like button. Thank you for being here. Let's jump on into the charts. Let's have some fun on a Sunday night and get ready for Bitcoin and the weekly candle. And the weekly candle. And the weekly candle. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live stream. Thank you for being here. And let's take a look at this rep of 79% LSK Silver. The altcoins have been banging on them to the upside. I talked about Lace. If you're in my trading group, we looked at Lace a couple of hours ago, not too long ago. Let's take a look at this Lovelace. And if you don't know, it's Ada Lovelace. That's what Cardano is named after. Miss Ada Lovelace at 622. There's a before. And there's an after. I like before and after picks, don't you? Me too. I love them. I love them. And you know what I like? I like 14% in 2 hours. That's what I like. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Shout out to each and every one of my lifers for jumping on in. I love you all. Thank you to the 468 lifers in the trading group and growing every single day. 469. I slipped up. 469. Somebody just jumped on in. You might be the next person to jump on in and get the gains. Look at the gains on gains, baby. This is today from 6:23 to 7 o'clock. It was up 11 so far. Banged up for even 14% more gains. Seller banged on him. Inverted head and shoulder. This is basic TA that I teach. Inverted head and shoulder should break out the neckline to the upside. It did for 17% gains. We nailed that this morning. May 22nd on the 22nd. And then DMTR last night in a cup and handle. We went over it on the live stream. Talked about it. It would bang on them. Just 4 hours later for 34.78% gains, about 35%. Bang, bang, bang. What about Force Plus? The lifer indicator called the bottom on the 20th. The next day in the afternoon up 69% gains. Toko would bang out. We looked at this yesterday morning. Just, but that can't be right. We got to change that. Not a minute later. But this thing would bang 37% gains. I think that's March 22nd the next morning. I put it out at night, and it would go up the next morning. We're going to have to change that time. My guy might have missed the times. It's all good. I send these to a thumbnail guy. Usually he's pretty nice at it. IDEX, 745, banged on him for 39% gains. This is in the last 2 days, friends. Ubix on the 19th, banged on him for 14% gains. So you can see the same type of thing I'm doing. Triangle, support, and resistance. We call Bitcoin, you name it, it doesn't matter. Roar for gains, JASM for gains, the indicator called the pump. We're testing an indicator that we're making, and we're testing it every single day too. That's kind of fun in the group. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Just want to go over the gains real quick and show you every single day we have something to prove, something to show you that we do make gains in the group. Okay, let's take a look at BTC. And we just made gains. Like those gains, that 11% we just made. 13% right here on Lovelace. And that's Ada Lovelace, baby. Shout out to Ada Lovelace. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close, shall we? We'll take a look at a regular chart here, Bitcoin USD. And I'll take a look at the all-time history index for Bitcoin. That's where I really like to get down on the weekly. We have a lot to talk about that went down here, and we're going to break it down and go over it. Even in the group today, we talked about Bitcoin breaking to the upside. We nailed it. If you were in my trading group today, and I just, I live in my trading group. All I do is the trading group. That's my entire life. I pour my entire life into it. So there's really nothing else to talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the world, the news, and the trading group. So I'm not trying to bore people, but I'm just trying to break it down, So if you're in the trading group, we woke up this morning, and my whole thing is like, be like Bruce Lee, be like water, right? So I woke up this morning, and I'm looking at BTC, and to me, it looked like it may want to, where are we here? I'm getting lost in my thoughts. Lost in thought. Oh, yeah, so we started the day with, could it be in this bull pennant? See? It broke out the bull pennant, and I said, be like Bruce Lee. We're still oversold in the 15 on the 1 hour, which my trading style suggests we should get a bounce. So even if we're low and we get a little lower, we should be closer to that bounce. So I said, dump here. This is why you play probabilities, and you always say you don't know where price is going, right? Still, though, and I say Stokes calling for a pump once we act like water and redraw our pattern. Interesting, see? And I say, and that's a falling wedge, 68% chance of break to the upside, right? So despite the fall, so some people would just see this and get down and say, the pattern broke, I'm over. But no, we're like Bruce Lee. We redraw the pattern and we suggest, we haven't seen it correctly. There is more to be had, right? Lo and behold, this falling wedge would break to the upside to give you a nice about 1.15% for Bitcoin and give you the general direction. When you can get the general direction for Bitcoin, you can trade altcoins properly, right? Then this would bounce out. It would hit the stop loss here, but I was even saying if you knew how to draw it, just like Bitcoin, you would redraw this the smart way and wait for it to come on down. Some other quick trades here. Anyway, so just showing you how, and then we drew, I put out a video for Bitcoin, a video update for Bitcoin. And what we did is we broke down the idea that Bitcoin was in this, very similar to here, but an inverted head and shoulder. And highly likely to break to the upside out of a new channel that it was in. And lo and behold, Bitcoin would break out of the inverted complex head and shoulder to the upside as suggested. And actually, I can't wait to kind of keep deep dive into Bitcoin for the rest of the night and have some fun with each and every one of you. So let's do that. Let's have some fun. Shout out to everybody in the trading group. Shout out to each and every one of you. And this is Sunday. This is the money we made on a Sunday. Like, we don't take Sundays off. If I took Sundays off, it would be a disgrace, right? So I can't take Sundays off. We got to be ready every single day, ready to rock and roll. So that's why I'm here, because I love what I do. And I do what I love. And I hope you do what you love too. And if you do what you love, you'll be great at it. So go do something that you love and be great. Because you'll never be as good as something that you don't love. So go be passionate. And that's why you have to find your passion. That's why you have to find out who you really are and what you want to do with your life. If you don't find that je ne sais quoi about yourself, then you'll never really get that feeling, So everyone's bearish. If we just forget about this, if we took off the call of this coin and we didn't even know it was Bitcoin, and we looked at asset just like it was an asset, this is Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? And Bitcoin is in a falling wedge. Shout out to Priest of Crypto. Bitcoin is bearish div everywhere, it looks like. My man. Yes, sir. We have your own business. There are no days off. Shout out to Vincent Mark, my man. I'm no Michael Ba, but I love you, man. Big thanks. Shout out to Alpha Bit Crypto, my man. Thank you for jumping on in. Bitcoin downtrending to 12K. Discounts. Let's go. Shout out to the Astroverse, claiming to know exactly where Bitcoin will go. Anything is possible. 12K is definitely on the table. I'm willing to believe it is definitely one of the things that could happen. No, if you're getting messages on the Discord, it is not me. I'm not going to sit there and message you. I do not have the time. That is a scammer, faker, shaker, maker. All right. Okay, so measured move of the falling wedge. If we break back to the upside is $66,000. Do we triple top and have, But I'm just saying, if you just looked at this the way it was supposed to be, touching a 200-day moving average, highly likely to move. Low RSI, highly likely to move, Stochastics RSI in the dotted, below the dotted line on the weekly. However, when we usually enter the weekly, it's usually the beginning of the downside. Both times it was like, we've gotten a bounce here. We've gotten a bounce there. So it doesn't mean that we can't get a bounce. We're going to take a look at the weekly candle close right now and show you what happened. And we're just going to take a look at that candle all by itself. The 7th week in a row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 8. I misspoke. 8 weeks of pain. Shout out to each and every one of you. We've traded so well through this. Shout out to my trading group. Hold up. Everyone said, can you make money in a downtrend? Bitcoin is downtrended for the last 8 weeks. That's 2 months, right? 2 months is April and May, right? Well, actually, I'd say March and April because we're only 2 weeks into May. So if you go through March and April in my trading group and you even just try to establish how many gains we made throughout the month of March and April, and Bitcoin was in a downtrend, so the gains begin here, 27. I mean, I'm just going to scroll and you're just going to see, this is in 2 months. Only halfway through at this point. Still going. Oh, that was a fat one. I remember that one. Brawl. That one went fast and hard. Short and Phantom was nice. Brawl went up again, remember? A couple hours later. Jumbie Valley, Tidal. 79 on Tidal. Alpine banged on the live stream. Money Swap, remember that? Banged on the live stream. Where is that? Right there. I remember these vividly. Bax was a nice one for gains. Roar took a boom. Then it went for more. Rolled over. JSM was nice with the move. Nailed this Bitcoin short perfectly off the top of the channel to the downside. Said, hey, we're highly likely to short down here. Wait, this guy's putting the wrong, man. Hold up. It's a Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, it was a Bitcoin short. Sorry. Yeah. From the bottom of the pattern to the top for Bitcoin. 15% gains of the Bitcoin short. Nailed it. Ubix for 14%. Toko, beautiful gains. That was a beautiful. I woke up to gains on Saturday morning. Fortis Plus, the indicator called the bottom. This thing would bang on them. I mean, anyway, again, sorry. Enough is enough. I get it. We get it. The trading group has gains. We don't care. I get it. Nobody cares. No, but it's important because we work hard for that. Anyway, let's take a look at Bitcoin here in the weekly candle close. This is the weekly candle close. Let's take a look. It is a bullish candle. I must admit, it is a bullish candle. It's a pin bar, and it's a hammer, a bullish hammer. You've got two. That's tweezer bottoms to the upside. You would like a green candle, though. Let's take a look at it. And here, if you didn't know, you get these numbers here. O, H, L, and C. Open, high, low, and close. You get a percentage and a number. We're going to go over those right now for Bitcoin and the weekly candle. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take the music down, too, just for this moment in time for Bitcoin and the weekly candle. I usually kiss it, touch it. Lately, I've been blowing it away, so let me do my official blow away, and here we go. We get it right near me here, and yeah, get it out of here. So here's the official numbers for Bitcoin in the week. We do this every single Sunday night, so if you want to join us, we also look at the Dow Jones. We take a look at the futures for the Dow so we can see kind of what the world markets look like if the Dow's in bad shape. So this is a really good channel to go to if you want to get ready for Monday morning. If you're a trader for any type of market in the world, we're really going to give you a good picture of where we're at. The closing for Bitcoin kind of, I believe, influences the whole world markets now that you have that. So that's why we're here at 8 p.m. Bitcoin closes at 12 p.m. UTC time, and that would be 8 p.m. here Eastern Standard Time. Now that we won't have to bring the clocks back anymore, that we aren't going to have that anymore. So look out for my time to be always at 8 p.m. for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Every single Sunday night I will be here. And that's why through Saturday night is another kind of recap to the 8 p.m. to get you ready for 8 p.m. because I got to be here. It's not the best time to be on YouTube. It's not the best time to be, prime time, whatever it is. But it just is what it is for my job as a YouTuber about Bitcoin to be here at 8 p.m. every single Sunday night. And so that's what I'm going to do. I dedicate my life to this. Before I did the 5 days, and then, a year and a half ago or something at, show number 400 and whatever, we're at show 481 now without a break. We've never taken a day off. I streamed while my wife was in the labor room, and I didn't want to. I said, baby, I won't. She said, no, it's going to take 2 hours for this stuff to kick in and do whatever I'm doing. She's like, you might as well stream. I streamed on Christmas. I streamed on New Year's. You name it. I'm here every single day. That's kind of the claim to fame of this channel. We have not taken a day off in 480 some odd days, and we're going to continue to bring it to you every single day. So thank you for coming on in. If you bring it, I bring it, and I'm not going to go away. So let's take a look. And as I said to everybody, I will stream the day Bitcoin hits the bottom, because I'm going to stream for the next 5 years every single day. I'm not missing a day. I'm telling you right now. That's my goal. That's my plan from now till there, And I don't know where my plan is for there, but for the next 5 years, you're going to see me here every single day, maybe more than that. We will stream the bottom of Bitcoin. We will. So if you're going to be here, I'm going to be here. We're going to watch the Bitcoin hit the bottom at one point. Maybe we'll hit it live, but we'll do it together. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here in the weekly candle close. It opened at 31,287. The high was 31,288. Yikes. So it opened on the high. That really is horrible. The low is 28,602. The candle would close at 30,264. It will only be down $1,029.10, a 3%, 0.29, down 3.29%. Sorry, mumbled my words there. Down 0.39, 3.29%. And, it actually would have a pretty modest close for how low it got. Got bought back up pretty nicely and would jump on in. But there's the weekly candle for Bitcoin. And it is a bullish weekly candle if you had to look at it all by itself, because it shows buy pressure to the upside. It's a bit of a bullish hammer. It can also be a reversal candle back to the upside. I've seen it happen. It could be a reversal handle. I would like that little wick up here at the top to give it that real hammer, and a thinner candle at the top. It's kind of more like a pin bar here. We'll see what happens. But it is a reversal candle. See, I would more like the dual action here with the red and the green together. This could be our tweezer bottom here with the green candle. So far, we are green on the week. As you can see, this green candle is up, just a little bit. But so far, we're up a little bit here on the week. So, market structure. You go ups, you go downs, you go ups, you go downs. Your shit goes ups against, right? So even if you just go up and get rejected by the top of the pattern here, there's some speculation in the market. We could get a bit of a bounce here to this area. Not guaranteeing it. Don't say Lifer said we're guaranteeing a bounce and then we don't bounce it. That guy is the worst. I never said it. We're guaranteed a bounce. I said there's speculation. Pattern traders believe that if you stay in a pattern, you will stay inside the pattern. Okay. I will tell you, if you decide to break out of the pattern, here's like the real where you could fall, which is crazy, but this is a measured move. It says 2,800. I keep my mouth shut when it comes to where price action. That's just the measured move. That's the length of this area. If you fall out of this, now conservatively, you may just do this. So we could be conservative, and there may just be a 10K, 11K area, And I'm not saying even either of these are guaranteed, but I'm just showing you these are measured moves. These are measured moves. I've seen these play out like 1,000 times. Like I've seen this shape exactly like this with that measured move, and when it drops to the downside, I've seen it just drop like an anvil out, I've also put 68% of the time this shape breaks up, and most of the time this shape is breaking up to the upside. So music's kind of fitting for this kind of dramatic setting here, right? Like, Billy, you're doing a really good job on the music tonight. I really appreciate it. Ever since I hired you, you really set the mood. You set the tone. Working with you in the studio has been amazing. And now I'm not afraid. I used to be afraid in the studio, like someone was going to creep up from behind me just because you're always here and they know I'm here. So they know I'm live, and so they can creep up from behind me and just be like, pop. So I have this fear while I'm streaming, so I wanted to get someone in the studio to be here. This is all completely for entertainment. There's nobody in the studio. I don't know if I've ever really had that fear. I hope I don't have that fear. It would be funny if I did. I'm sorry if I just played you. I'm messing around at all times. I got to keep you on your toes. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Hey. No, but Billy is here, or is he not? You tell me. Is Billy here in the studio? Is Mr. Smurvington blue, or is he green? You tell me. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live, and I love you all. Billy Beats, baby. Shout out to Billy McDonough. Billy, you're hired, bro. Get in there, kid.
Get in there. Take us to the 9th inning, Billy. I know you can do it.
You're not alone. We are here for you. Shout out to Dominic Petanikak. I love you, man, for saying that. You're the man, dude. Much respect to you and yours. Much respect to your family. My family loves your family. Love to you and yours. Yo, 26,938. Yes, you are with me as we blast through 25K on our way to 30K. We are the strongest growing channel, I believe. I saw channels bigger than mine struggle through this time, barely get 1,000 subs. We are a tiny channel just grabbing that ladder on our way to the tizzy. That didn't come out right. I'm so sorry. Please don't me to me. To the tippity top. That kind of, when I was a little kid, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there so I don't get in trouble. You know, what I do at these points is I get a quick distraction to change up the subject. You know, just try to think about something else, get you thinking on something else. You know, have you ever seen these? These are by my man. He's in the trading group, and you can follow him on Texas Tubes. If you want to buy one of these, reach out to him. There's real gold in that thing, man. It's unreal. There's real gold in that thing. He made two of them. One with gold, one with silver. These things are unbelievable. One's a little bigger than the other, but they're both so beautiful. Vortex orbs, he calls them. So check them out. If you want to buy one of them, check them out at Texas Tubes on Instagram. I don't have an Instagram at the moment. Can't even sign in. But check them out, Texas Tubes on Instagram. Bitcoin 4-hour Stokes is oversold. Do you think it's possible it goes to 28K and then we finally see the relief pump? Far out. I'm praying for the dollar bill to crash so Bitcoin can take over Sam. Shout out to Joshua Carrero. Those orbs are so fire. Shout out to David Kendall. That looks like I'm looking down into a tornado. Any thoughts on Phantom? Phantom's been pumping right now, but it's going to follow Bitcoin no matter what we see. But Phantom has having a bit of almost like a 100% move from 25 cents back up to 44 cents. Phantom is band moving. So here's the deal. This falling wedge could break up or down. There's a 68% chance it breaks to the upside. Okay. We did break weekly support, clearly. But let's look at where the wicks lie. Show me where the wicks lie, baby. Show me where the wicks lie. Right now, we're above the lows here. That low and that low. We just are. Okay. We just are. And, you know, if we take a low from here to this range, if we range fib it. Yep. You can see here we're in the golden pocket, and we wicked right to the 618, which is pretty uncannily. You know, if you take the bottom here to the top here, and you take that Fibonacci level, we're right there. I mean, if we bounce here off the 200-day moving average, this would be textbook Fibonacci. Like everyone else would be not paying attention. Like, if you take Fib school and you trade like an institutional trader, they teach you this is load up time. What's interesting, if we go back in time here, I'm going to show, and I'm not trying to guarantee this. I'm not trying to tell everybody this is where you load up. I'm just speculating on the weekly here, having some fun. I haven't shown this. Every once in a while, I get creative with what I know, and it meshes together with the time, and we see some really interesting things here together on the chart. So this, you never know what you're going to see here on this live stream. I suggest you show up every single day if you really like to get the knowledge you like. If you like getting that just excitement about technical analysis, I make it fun. I make it suspenseful, like you're watching a Batman movie. It's insanity. I swear to God. I shouldn't swear to God, but what I mean is it's fun, man. I have fun. You have fun. We never know. People show up and they're $500 super chats like Michael Pa. It's unbelievable. Like, it's like we're riding on air out here. It's insanity. So I hope you guys come back. I hope you want to stay here. It's awesome. So look at this. I just want to show you something. I'm going to go out on my way to do this because it's going to be a pain because I have to delete everything. I'm going to have to use the replay tool. I'm going to bring us back to the past here. Okay. Back in the past in the replay tool. And I'm going to show you something that will blow your mind. I'm going to draw Fibonacci here too as well, right? And if we actually took the fib from that same fib area, you can see we bounced right there to the 618. If we take it from impulse, which is here, impulse, You can see we bounced to the 0.65 and the 0.618 Fibonacci, and that's where they would load up and bounce. Let's press play from here on the weekly chart, and you can see, I mean, that would be a load up period. Now, I loaded up there because I showed this to a lot of people on my live. Over and over again, I kept saying, I mean, we're in the golden pocket. The golden pocket's between the 0.618 and the 0.65 Fibonacci level. Okay? You have a secret fib, which is the 706, which only me and my traders know about. And if you jump into my trading group, you'll be privy to more. You know, haven't talked about it in a long time. But anyway, so we see these same scenarios here. You can see we kind of bounce close to the 618 again here. Look how we bounced right here off that fib. Isn't that interesting how this was a fib that was, look at how well that was respected. The 0.5 Fibonacci level. Look at that. So interesting. Now we're technically back in the same place. Look at this. Yeah, lately it won't let me move the fib, which I find so strange. I hit it because I know it has the plus signs. If I take the impulse for the same impulse here, since the first, you know, we're back down at this. We bounce up to 706, which is my institutional area, which is very strange. And a meeting the 706 met the 200. That would be too strange of a coincidence. That's very institutional imprint of an institution right there, in my humble opinion. You also have the bullish pattern that breaks out 68% of the time. I'm not saying we're going up, everybody. Please don't say that the crypto lifers swore up and down. He drew the 618 and he said, man, we were there, man, golden pocket. I mean, he sold it so well. I'm selling it well. It sounds great, doesn't it? But I'm just giving you a bullish scenario. I'm not guaranteeing that any of this is going to play out. I'm not guaranteeing that any of this is going to play out. I'm just showing you a possible bullish scenario, okay? So hard, hold on. Let me get myself back into focus here. Use this hat. I use this hat to do it real quick. I got this monitor that does a bearing on it. That's got to be the best it could be, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Porter. I got a team always on the stream, looking at the quality, looking at the audio, every single thing. You guys are amazing. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. So, an idea that we put out there, the bounce off the 706 Fibonacci, this secret fib, the institutional fib, quite precarious. Quite interesting to see that. You're spot on, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so can we get the bounce of bounces to the upside? Can we get the bounce of bounces to the upside? Can we break? And as I showed you now, everyone wants the measured move. I mean, measured move is usually the length of price action to price action, and then kind of jettisoned out in the manner in which you think it'll break to the upside. Usually coincides with the resistance area that you'll have to go through and then back to the all-time high. Pretty crazy that Bitcoin would make it back to the all-time high and we would have a rally of rallies. This would actually call the bottom. And this would begin the rally of rallies. Are we calling the bottom here live on the channel? I don't know. We've been DCAing in because we don't know where the bottom is. I don't know where the bottom is. I don't claim to know where Bitcoin's going to go. I'm not that guy that comes out here and says, yep, guaranteed bottom. Let's go to the top, everybody. I'm going all in right here. I don't. The bottom could have been here, could have been there. We DCA'd in here. These nasty days on the Wix. If you go back to these days and watch my channel, you'll find me saying, hey, you'll find me live buying Bitcoin live. 500, 200. Just buy a little more, buy a little more, buy a little more, buy a little more, buy a little more. Just snatching up BTC as much as I can. Are you buying Luna? No, I'm staying away. I never bought Luna and I don't really care. I'm moving. It's just not something I'm totally into. I might put $500 into it and never think about it again on a really bad day next coming up, and that's it. That's it. If I ever do buy it again, it would be something I would just put, something I would willing to lose and never think about it ever again if I do buy it. 2 out of 4 times the death cross marks the bottom. You tell me. Yeah, that's what everyone says. You know, when you see the death cross, usually it's not the end of the end. Okay? So everyone's talking about this 3-day or this 5-day death cross. Everyone's talking about the 3-day. This is what I keep hearing. The 3-day death cross. Okay? Now, the 3-day death cross, when did it occur? Let's go over this. And we're here for you. We spend a lot more time on Bitcoin here on Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, everybody. We do go into alts and we will find gems. So if you have the patience to wait for the knowledge, we can give you what you need for Bitcoin. You're going to find out how to look at Bitcoin on the long term, not just on this term, on many different levels. Okay? So let's look at Bitcoin and its beginning stages here. Back when it started, 2010 came out. Okay? Moving averages started to build. We got a 200 for the first time. We got this beautiful, nice pump. Look, this looks a lot like the dump in the middle there. Multi-year bear market kind of. We pump up all the way to $1,200. We dump into a bear market, and it loves to do this rounded bear market. It has the halving in 2016. It has the halving here in May, and look at that. As the halving approaches, we start getting that anticipation into the halving. We get the beautiful bump. So we get a death cross here on the 3-day chart. On December 30th of 2014, we get a death cross. And that starts the bear market, but we dump pretty nice here. We come up. And then as we dump, look, we dump. The death cross comes and then we go a little bit lower. So the death cross comes right here. What I want to show you, it's a latent indicator. Let's like really zoom in actually, because like we want to see, like, people throw things around, but they don't give you the exact moment in time. Like, okay. So that's not too shabby because you have a death cross around there and then you still had 1, 2, 3, 4. And on that 4, so 4 times 3 is 12 days later, you would have your bottom. But you were dang 12 days to the bottom. Okay? Look where the 3-day was, really low on the stochastics RSI, getting there. They weren't even as low as they could be though, so the Stokes don't lie. Stokes could have gotten lower. Stokes got nice and low there. And then, you know, you had a slight bullish divergence there too, but even and again, like if you play this the way you're supposed to play it, you just had a falling wedge that made a double bottom. You see this? You know, lower low. Finally, that's your first higher low, and that your first higher low. Like I want to show you how big that is on a trend. Let's talk about trend analysis. High, lower low, lower high, lower low. Chance of a higher low, you don't, you get crushed. Lower low, no go. And that's a, you know, kind of a, it almost looks like a symmetrical triangle that gets denied. 50-50 shot, and if you're bearish after all the pain you went through. And then you had this rejection. Look, rejection came back up, double bottom. You rejected off the same point. You did get a shoulder, a head and a shoulder, but, you know, it fell to the downside. Just going back in time, this is back in 2014. Bitcoin was doing the same things that it's doing now. Faking people out, shaking people out. And that would eventually be your bottom right there. That's how you would call the bottom. Pretty interesting in my mind. And look at this. You have swing down to swing down, and you have swing up to swing up. If anybody's going to call the bottom, it's going to be us here on this channel. I'm telling you right now. If anybody, it's going to be us. Let's go, Heat. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with the Heat, man. Michael Peace, the Captain Kirk of Crypto. Cheers, brother. Shout out to everybody here. Okay, so then we start moving. We get our halving, and you got to understand the halving. You got to understand Bitcoin in its entirety. If you do not, I'm going to show you a Pi Cycle top chart that showed you where the top was. We're going to break that down as well if you have the patience. We have a lot to show you tonight on Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. So stay tuned, stay informed, stay with us, please. Stay with us. I know you can do it. Shout out to each and every one of you. I never asked for a like tonight. Shout out to each and every one of you here on the live. 368 people, 191 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? We got gains on gains. We're going to find a gain live on the channel. We found a gain live on the channel last night. People that were here watching the channel last night found live gains. So you may be one of the lucky ones right now tonight who's able to stay afloat, stay watching, stay focused, and get yourself some gains. So put a like, hit a like if you like gains. Do you like gains? Let me get some likes. Do you like gains? Do you like gains? Let me ask you one more time. Do you like gains? If you like gains, hit the like button, please. Thank you so much on your way in. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live stream. All right, thank you for being here. Okay, shout out to the 199 in Super Chats. Thank you so much for the support. We love you. So then Bitcoin Hunters run up to 20K, like, right? And then we did our thing. I start streaming. We start making our pennant. We call 27,000 way before anybody. We nail it. We do, though. We did. It's all there live. I did it many a day, over and over again. Put my life on the line, my channel on the line, my money on the line. Instead, I'm going all in here at 9,600. Sammy Cup and Handy, Bitcoin on the weekly, baby. This is Bitcoin on the weekly, Cup and Handle, and you're asking Bitcoin on the weekly. We're on Bitcoin on the weekly, man. We just spent like an hour on Bitcoin on the weekly, and you're asking about Bitcoin on the weekly. I love you, Crypto Life Changer. You're amazing. Gains, haven't heard that word for 6 months. Jared, we've been making gains for a long time. Jared King Rumblot. You got to join my trading group, man. We've been making gains every single day. Like insanity. Like, I know I'm going to do it again, but look, these are we've been making gains for the last 2-3 days. We've been making gains. I woke up to gains on Saturday. I just got gains 10 minutes ago. Like, we got gains 2-3 days ago. We got more gains. I got gains. I'm dripping in gains. So if you want to be in the right place, you won't say gains and then you won't say haven't heard that word in 2 months. You'll say gains. I've heard that word every single day. I know, man. I've been putting it off. You've been slipping, dude. Dude, if you've been slipping in my trading, everybody, anyone who just joined my trading group in the last few weeks, please jump on in and tell this guy he's been slipping. Look at the testimonials. Thank you, Crypto Lifer. Just made 23% off my first ever trade with DMTR. Yeah, baby. Much appreciation for everything you do. His first trade of his life, dude. First trade he ever made. My first ever trade, he made 23%. I'm just saying. Look at this. Don't tell my portfolio this is supposed to be a bear market. Been in the group just over a month and just can't stop banging it. If I was a better trader, this would be way higher. Full steam ahead. Up 600% in the game, in the trading group. I just want to say thank you. Never learned more than in your Discord. Joined about a week ago, and I already paid out. Discord is paid, 3 Commas is paid, TradingView is paid, just from what I learned from you. So, dude, I mean, people are making gains. They're telling me this. This is what people are saying. So I'm just hearing the people. I'm just listening to the people. You can listen to the people too. It's up to you, though. You can either listen to the people or you can not listen to the people. I am just a man of the people, and this is what the people say. All right. So 3-day chart. Everybody's talking about the death cross. We could go lower. My thing is this. We did break candle close support here. See? When you break candle close support and there's not much left, I mean, testing this $19,000 level just seems like the most appropriate thing to do. However, everybody thinks we're going lower, and we got bought back up on a wick. So I'm going to take it level by level, one day at a time. One day at a time. Someone asked about Bitcoin on the weekly. We just spent a bunch of time with Bitcoin on the weekly. Also, a sell signal of mine is whenever the 21 and the 200 are far apart. Tells me that I should be getting out of the trade, and that tells me that we should see some more downside. So sad to say, and I play this many a time. Look, they were far apart here. We would get kind of a move when we bounce, but I'm just, generally speaking, on any time frame that I'm on, it says that we'll come back down and test 8,000, 19,000, and possibly just even 20K here. So I'm not trying to be the bearer of bear news, and I'm not guaranteeing anything that I say, not the bullish or the bearish case. See, now everyone's going to say, he guaranteed we were going to the downside. He swore, and then I didn't get in, and Bitcoin pumped. He's the worst YouTuber in the world. He's the reason I'm poor now. Man. Don't blame YouTubers for your stuff. I'm showing you how to do proper technical analysis. So everyone says, okay, big shot. Okay, YouTuber with 20,000 subs who gets on Big Boy and does everything. You're the big man. You think you're so cool. Okay, what are you doing then if you know all the answers and if you're the man? I will tell you what I'm doing. I'm buying Bitcoin every couple of days. 500 here, 500 there. And I'm using the weekly chart and the 2-week chart. And I'm making sure they're super. I only buy Bitcoin whenever this blue and red line are below this dotted line. Let me show you what that's done in my life. So I met Mr. Bitcoin around $500. I was bashful. Now around $300 I met Mr. Bitcoin. I was bashful at first, didn't want to take a shot, or miss Bitcoin if you want to say. Didn't want to take a shot, didn't want to go dancing, didn't want to go out to dinner, was bashful, was shy. And she would go out and more people would know her. And eventually she would get more and more popular, and I would realize that I was going to lose her if I didn't take a shot. So eventually when she was about $1,800, I started to I bought my first one. Then when she was $2,200, I bought another. And then I began to buying a lot of, not a lot, but as much as I could, putting a lot of my money into Bitcoin between $2,200 and $3,500 as it started to grow. And then I watched it pump, and I would DCA up until, 10,000, 12. I think I bought like 500 or 600 around 17K, but I never bought like more than a couple grand between 12,000 and 17,000, thank my heavens. Got into heavy. At that point, I figured I had enough, and I got into altcoins. Watched it come all the way down. Right here, bought a whole Bitcoin. I'll tell you honest to goodness. And right here, bought a whole Bitcoin the day of the pandemic. Because at this point, my pandemic was, my portfolio got up here. I was super excited. Then I watched it dump down. I couldn't believe it. Then we had this little pump. Things were going all right. February. And then the stock market crashed first. Then my portfolio crashed. I remember I turned white. My portfolio was the lowest it ever was in my entire life. I could not believe it. Because at that point, even 10 Bitcoin was worth 30,000. So I'm sitting there looking at my portfolio like I'm ghost white at the time. I feel like I've lost it all. And I'm not lying. I'm on the floor. I'm like, and I realize how people like jump out of, do the unthinkable. I've matured since then, and I've had such a connection to God. Money doesn't mean that much to me as it did back then. I feel a better connection in my life, and I think that's why I'm in such a better place. But I sat there, and I remember lying on my back and being like, when I came to from like the rush of the pain and what was going on, I grabbed my phone and I pulled it towards me. True story. Looked at my Coinbase account and said, that's it. I'm either going down with the ship or I'm not. And I bought a whole Bitcoin right there at around 3,800. And, and then I bought more and more BTC. And then you guys have seen me buy a lot of Bitcoin here. I went all in here for like 14,000. I went all in here, and here, and here. 500 here, 500 here, 500 here, 5 in this wick here and that wick there. I went in on this wick. On this wick, I got Bitcoin below 30K. And so I continue to use this entire chart here to make myself way, way wealthier here in 2028, 2029, and 2030. I'm looking here. I'm looking up here when Bitcoin's 1.2 mil, 1.4 mil. I'm looking up in here. I'm going to get here. See how, remember back when 20K was the monster? Remember this? This was the monster, everybody. Like, we had this, and everyone was like, wow, like, will we ever have another run up again, right? This was it. This was the biggest thing Bitcoin ever had. And now when we look back, like, we don't even notice it. It's a blip. This same thing will become a blip. And we'll be somewhere up here one day. And people will be talking about, remember when we were watching Crypto Lifer? And Bitcoin was only, $30,000 an ounce, right? Like gold, but $30,000 a coin. So right now, I want to ask everybody a question. Are you ready for the long haul? Are you ready for the long haul, baby? Are you ready for the long haul? I asked you a question. I can't hear you. I can't hear you in the comments. I want to hear you. I want to hear people say, I am ready. I am a crypto lifer. Are you a crypto lifer? See, this channel is not about the fair weather friends here. It's not about the in and outs. It's not about the I'm just here for a little bit. It's about the people that really, really, really have staying power. It's about and you don't have to diamond hand your coins to the bottom. I'm not about that. It's about staying on this market, watching this market so we can find these bottoms. It's about dollar cost averaging into projects that matter. It's about having the longevity. It's about having the mental toughness to get through this market, no matter what these market makers do to us. Take a picture of this right now, everybody. I'm serious. Take a picture of this. This is a moment in time right now. I want us all to remember. I'm deleting all my old work. I want to just bring this out. Look, Bitcoin one day. We're going to be somewhere up here, and this is going to be a blip. Just like, even if we have a multi-year bear market, look at this, multi-year bear market to 2023. We get our halving in 2024, don't we? May of 2024, where's our halving? I'll mark our halving right here, March, April, May. Here's our halving, May 20th, around that area. There's our halving. We have another multi-year bear market halving. I mean, we're going to get there, baby. This is going to be a blip on the radar each time we go up and we get halved. And even if we get diminishing returns, we're going to be up here somewhere in the millions, 900,000, 800,000, in my humble opinion. Take a picture of this. Remember, one day, not too long from now, no matter what happens, no matter how bad it gets, and you'll watch me a year from now, you'll wake up one day, you'll get an alert, and you'll see me here. It'll be 10 a.m. on a Monday or a Wednesday, and I'll be probably dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin live. Or you'll see me making a trade, or you'll see me talking about Bitcoin, or you'll see me going over the news, and I'll be here. Are you going to be here? That's the question. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Shout out to everybody. I feel we just had a magical moment together here I felt it. I don't know if you felt it. I'm not even trying to be corny or cliche. Most people would make fun of me for it. I know they will, but I'm just saying, but the music has me a little airy too. But you know, I want to put things in perspective to the beginners here, to everyone who's just jumping into crypto. We were here on my channel and we never made a previous high. We never knew this was all going to happen. None of this had happened. We were here just here. We were all hoping and dreaming. Everyone was watching me live. I was talking blah blah blah, you know, and I was doing this. And I was like, you know, and it's only a matter of time till Bitcoin goes all the way up to the measured move. And I was making my measured moves just like I am now. And I was saying, you know, that's 26,500. Only a matter of time we go to 26,500. You know? And people probably laughed and had no clue. Some people watched the channel, then gave up on me because it didn't happen fast enough. Then when it did, people jumped on in. We started to grow. I grew in notoriety as Bitcoin grew. People said, if he could believe in it here and here, then what does he think here and here? And then people saw me put a lot of money here, put money in here, and they watched as I committed myself to my channel, to Bitcoin, and then you guys committed yourselves to the channel, and then you people took me to the top. It was you. It was each and every one of you. I'm telling you right now. So, I don't know if we could ever go back in time. No, we couldn't. Too much deleted work, but let's get seriously back into Bitcoin, everybody. Let's get seriously back into Bitcoin. So, for the bulls to win, because I've been like hopping around right now, I do like serious technical analysis. It is Sunday night. We have a lot to go over. All right. I've been having some fun with the channel right now, but we got to get to brass tacks. We just got to get it's got to be serious. We got to make sure we're accomplishing our goal, which is getting. I need this info. Like if I was alone right now, I'd just be sitting here getting the info to my brain, right? Scanning the markets, giving my. So right now, yes, we could go up or down, whatever. It's all love. These are our levels to watch, right, for BTC. And I have to commit that this is a really nice falling wedge on the week, for the weekly too, for a big time frame. All right. So there's a chance this is a falling wedge that breaks to the upside. Measure move is the length of this pole. You get a break back to that all-time high. All right, 65,000, 66K. All right. Big time level to watch. Big boy level to watch, 31,932K. You know, I'd even go a little slower. But I'd say 32K would solidify because you would get above the resistance. 31,500. That's where these two candles closed. You got another big level on the weekly here. That's going to be at, so you have this level here and this level here. Just showing you. So you have 33,250, 31,500. All right, I'll round up and round down a little bit there. We're holding for whatever reason off this wick, so that's our next level to watch. Clearly, right? 25,400, 25K region. We did hit an insane low area. All right, I'm going to show you why that was significant in a second. We bounced off. Now our next giant weekly support, of course, is the wick and the bounce in the area of 19,020K. Could we hit it? Very well. It's kind of the measured move if we do fall straight out of this. Many people thought we were going to hit it on that capitulation wick. We called the bottom two of that on the 1 minute chart. We found the inverted head and shoulder, and we worked our way out of that. We've been working our way out of it ever since. It's been giving us a lot of fun. We've been trading altcoins through the chop. Hasn't been too bad, actually. Shout out to everybody. Drink your lemon water. Stay hydrated. I'm drinking water out of a beautiful etched Crypto Lifer glass. Etched glass. Crypto Lifer. Look at that. And everybody, I got Doing Damage mugs for sale. 40 Doing Damage mugs for sale. They should be here in a couple weeks. Ready to go. Okay, shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Our friend, the DXY, continues down. We're going to take a look at DXY. I cannot wait. Shout out to Pete Game. Yes. And we do have a beginner's course. The course is signing up fast. A lot of people are jumping in this week. I'm happy a lot of people want to get educated to the beginner's course. What is the beginner's course? What goes on there? What do we do? It's a live course for 2 hours. It's Tuesday. Okay? It's from 3 to 5 on Tuesday. That's Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. Okay? Jump on into that course, learn what we're doing, learn support and resistance, trend analysis, It's 2.5 hours. I give you everything. I drop so many gems on you. I'm telling you right now. Even give you a good mentality about why I buy Bitcoin, how I started buying Bitcoin. Give you a little bit of a 10-minute life backstory. It's an intimate, awesome setting. It's for $99. You will not regret it. Many people said it changed their lives forever after they took that course. I'm telling you right now. If you guys could, in the comment section, give anyone who's just half thinking about it, any of your advice about it. A beautiful mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to Zero Allegiance. Just booked the beginner's trading class for next Saturday. Shout out to Dan Eminya, the first Saturday of every month. Jump on into the course. So thank you so much for being here. Okay. And I forget to get rid of that sometimes, and it's horrible. So we're getting a bounce. We could put support here just because we got a bounce. Doesn't mean it really is support, but we'll see. There's the end of a wick there. So these are the big boy levels to watch on the weekly. We get back above 33,000. Okay. We got above this weekly support, 2 weekly supports, 2 weekly resistances, and now we can use that as support. And we just have to. This is just technical analysis. We just have to abide by these places because this is where candles closed on the weekly chart. Okay. And if we fall to the downside, target is 19K for me. Also, the 200-day moving average on the 2-week chart. I keep harping about the 2-week chart being very oversold, and every time it's been this low, we've gotten a bounce. This low, we got a bounce. This low, we got a bounce. This low, we got a bounce. This low right here, we got a bounce. These were all bottoms. This would resemble the bottom right now very closely. However, the only thing that it wouldn't resemble the bottom for is the moving averages being very far apart, the 200 and the 21. When they're tight, usually you're in them. So I believe we are entering a multi-year bear market because I believe these moving averages have to get close and hang out together for a while. Once they get close, that's going to be our bottom buyings. That's going to be where we really want to get in and unload. So I'm not ready to buy my whole Bitcoins and my half Bitcoins yet. I start doing that at one point. You'll see me, hopefully on the live channel, I'll be able to buy a half a Bitcoin live in front of everybody. It'll be insane. But I will do it. I'll commit it will be a bearish day. Everyone will be freaking out. I'll see something that'll make me want to commit, and I'll do it live. And yeah. But right now I'm still just piecemealing it because you never know. It could be about the scary thing is this. We could even pump up right here, fake out, and then come all the way down. So that could be the real. They could just want to suck more people into the market before they bring max pain. That's the sad thing about this. So just be careful. And what we'll do is we'll go slowly. 12K Bitcoin would be nice. Yes, it would. Easy. It's a live stream. Lifer, I need a rap class as well. Easy. It's a live stream. Yeah. I just signed up for the 99 Patreon and got access to the Discord. Is there any else to do to get access to the trading info? No, you should be good. You should get access as long as you have everything set up the proper way. Hello, bro. It's Clive, the saxophone guy from UK. In love with the music vibes again. Totally respect your work ethic and the value you bring. Well done. Shout out to Clive Martin for coming on into the live. We got some super chats. Phantom, XRP, and FitFi. We'll take a look at those in a second. Get my wallet pregnant. Ooh, wow. Woot woot. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. Join the trading group and take the beginner's course. Witness J-Red. I love your aspirational, quotes and the way you connect them to my trading group. I really, 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 really appreciate that. I'm flattered by your enthusiasm. Thank you so much. Mark, I have to tell you something about your wife. He keeps doing this. It's like the third time he's done that. I have to tell you something about your wife. It's so crazy. Elon Musk warned Americans a few days ago the dollar bill could end up Venezuela. Yeah. I like Rod Lucas, best smooth jazz from the UK. So there we are. We've looked at Bitcoin in the weekly candle and the weekly candle close. So 3-day, death cross coming. But also I see tight moving averages, and that's usually where we get a bit of a bounce. I also see a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time, and we're also kind of bouncing here. We did break support completely, but we're hanging out, right? We're hanging out. Usually you do bounce back to the 200, and you're oversold in the stochastics, and you're very low on the RSI. You haven't been this low on the RSI since the pandemic dump right there on March 7th, 2020. That's the lowest you've hit that dotted line, and again right here on the low of the bear market. So you're at bear market lows, like even here, see when we dumped here from 20K, we didn't go below the dotted line on the RSI. That's why it's telling me like we may be bottoming here. Like there's a chance, like 40 to 50% of me says that we could be bottoming here. But at the same time, I'll show you some other signs. this could be rolling over on us to the downside. All right. Don't trust this MACD. I never have, never will. All right. Let's take a look at the daily chart. All right. I trust the stochastics the most. The most. Stochastics oversold. Okay. That's when we're high here. And we look a lot. This is looking a lot like right now. Let me show you. I'm going to show you a fractal, and they're going to look very similar too. It's going to freak you out. It's going to give you some goosebumps. All right. So stay tuned if you like goosebumps. But watch this. See how I circled this area here, right? And you can see that we have this high. And you can see this, all right? All right. So check this out. We're going to take a little fractal here for Bitcoin. Sometimes there are clues in the charts. It's not always perfect, but there's clues. See this? Shrink it all down. And we're going to zoom on in here. Maybe we'll go to the 4 hour as well. I mean, they're not like, but just, you had a high, you couldn't get above the previous high. Now you're going sideways. The point of the story is you're high on the daily now. Like if we switch to the daily time frame, you're high on the daily again. So I'm just showing you like this would eventually dump to the downside. These patterns do kind of, fit. See that? Look at that. They almost fit exactly. Like I'm not trying to, And where the Stokes are the exact same place. So that's another reason, like, people can pull these patterns out of thin air and say, yeah, it looks just like that. Yada, yada, yada. At the same, look, even this one kind of looks similar. See that? And what happened? The Stokes were getting high and rolling over on you at the end of the... You're getting high on these stochastics, and you're getting overbought. When these stochastics bumped on us on this daily time frame, I was really, really hoping for a bigger move. I'm going to leave this weekly candle alone here. This is our weekly index. We're going to move over to another chart to do the daily. We're going to look at Bitcoin Coinbase on the daily chart. I've been having this open for a while, and it's sad to say because I've been taking this in my length of my pole, conservative even. I could take the wick, but just, And that's bringing us down to 18,600. And that's going to horrify people. Like, horrify people. Like, the lifers are going to be ready for it. We're going to have shorts open. We're going to be short, and we're going to actually post gains. We're going to be posting gains on gains. And we're like, oh, we got gains, But again, I mean... So this is just something that is on my radar. Something that worries me. So I know I've given you guys some bullish. He's giving us bullish. We've been all around the horn here. But we're ready for anything. That's the thing. I don't know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. I'm giving myself every single piece of information I can. It's just like a war. I don't know what's going to happen to the war. I'm not going to guarantee my soldiers we're going to win. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find every single thing I can about the opposition. I'm going to find out what terrain we're on, what kind of boots we're wearing, right? I'm going to find out what the weather's like. All these outside informations that could have some type of implication into the actual war that's, and I'm going to see what we can use to our advantage. Is it misty, right? Is it going to be a dark night? Is it going to be a moonlit night? What is going on, right? I'm going to get as much information as I can. I'm going to collect. Right now, you have a high here for Bitcoin. You have a lower high and the stochastics are rolling over. I teach to short that every single time. So on a macro scale right now, right? You could say, fine, we're trying to break out or we're still in it. And we could come back to the downside here. We could just come to the back down. We could just be doing this. I've seen this happen. The daily could reset. And we could just kind of reset for the next 4 or 5 days down here. And this could eventually break to the upside. To me, it's a bit of a symmetrical triangle, but it's like a bearish flag. Because if I flipped it upside down, I would trade that bullishly like a bull pennant. To me, it's a bear pennant. It's a bear pennant. No lie. Like, it's almost a descending triangle. It's a mix of a bear pennant descending, The 12-hour gives you a little more structure. Okay. And you're overbought here on the 12-hour, highly likely to come down to the bottom of the pattern. And you're at resistance here. This is a resistance bar. Let's talk about it. A lot of people want to show you and dance around all this funny stuff, but they don't want to just show you the exact things that you need to see. This is it right here. Look, this is resistance. Heavy bar of resistance. The top bar, 30,670. So, like, you need to break 30,670 to do anything. And then to do anything else, you need to get above, I even think, these wicks here. So I'd say 32,600. And we even talked about the weekly support and where we need to get in. That's like about 33K, right? The weekly. So this is what I see. Okay. Without any like fluff or nutter, right? Without any fluff, this is what's going on. You're getting overbought here on the 4 hour. You're at resistance. How many times have we done this now? We shorted here on the rising wedge. We shorted here on the rising wedge. We shorted here on the rising wedge. We shorted here. We nailed that one. That was like, I mean, we've nailed them all, but that one was just like classico. I mean, right now you're in a rising wedge again. 68% of the chance that this breaks to the downside. What are you going to do? Open up a short? Now, they know people say this, and we could see Bitcoin at any moment bounce to the upside. I know, and everyone's always like in FOMO mode. That's why you have a stash of Bitcoin. You won't be in FOMO mode, number one, because you'll be happily like, I got a stash and nobody else does. And you'll feel like, I got it. So you get a stat, and if you don't have a stash for Bitcoin right now, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do in here should be taken as financial advice. But I would be, if it was me, you do whatever makes you happy. I would be starting my stash as soon as humanly possible. I would be starting my stash as soon as humanly possible. Lifer, this may be a dumb question, but do you short on leverage at all? Or do you just on the Bitcoin 3S and Bitcoin down? Are you shorting? Lifer won't be worried about sub 20K Bitcoin. But what will be frustrating will be how it'll be manipulated by politicians as a reason to regulate it. That's going to be super annoying. Shout out to Dave Hagen. Anything is possible coming, but don't worry, man. We'll just move someplace where they love it. Another blessed day on the green side of the grass. Love being here with the rest of the Lifer team. Shout out to Nick's my man. Another beautiful day on the green side of the grass, man. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Everybody, 270 people in the trading group. I was about to say, who's number 270? Number 470 people in the trading group. We are moving at the speed of light. I cannot believe it. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for all the new people who jumped on in. If you're new to the trading group, I hope you're watching right now. If you're new and you're watching, first thing you got to do is go to the Crypto Bootcamp. It's going to really show you a little bit about who I am, how I teach, talk about what's going down. Another good thing is to jump on into the beginner's course. Join the beginner's course, please. Okay, so moving forward. And you can see this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. So we'll see this. We could make a king. Could do the same thing we did before to the side, right? Last time we shorted this, we nailed it. And if you've been watching this channel, we consistently have been able to nail Bitcoin by just using the technical analysis, just doing what the TA tells us to do. This rising wedge is telling me to short the market. This 4 hours overbought, and we're hitting resistance. It's a pretty easy play. Okay, it's a pretty easy play to me. All right, I would readjust this pattern. All right, and right now we're at the top of the pattern. You could say we kind of broke out. We could fake back it and break back into it. And why is the pattern changing? Because it changes on the daily or the 4 hour, whatever time frame you're making this pattern on. It's going to change because the patterns, the candles are going to change. Okay. I like to say we're getting rejected now. You could even say that's part of it. I've been trying to figure out how to deal with this big head here. I've been cutting it off, But this is heavy resistance in my green bar. And it's likely we break to the downside. Measured move is back here. Right here to this next support zone. Okay. Hello? So run and turn the sprinklers off. They don't need to be on. Wow. Falling wedge breaks to the downside. So turn the sprinklers off. Oh. I'll tell you what. These zones are the decisions are. Yes, those zones are there. The decisions are. Remember, these politicians that want to pump too. Do we also cry manipulation if they do that? It's a market. It moves. Take responsibility for yourself. I like what he just said. Apocalypse, I love you. Exactly. No one cries when they pump it all the way to the upside. Who do you think's pumping it? Then when they dump it, everyone's like, oh, they're manipulating us to the downside. Who do you think manipulated you to the upside? You know, monthly shows RSI wants more downside and Stokes have more room to go. I agree with you, Julian Simpson. 110% on the monthly. Shout out to Michael Benitez. Michael Ball. Must be late, folks. You're funny. Joshua Carrera. Gina. What is going on tonight in the chat? You're so quick, Zero. Oh, so quick. So quick. You know what it is when you have haters, when you get big, you get haters. It's awesome. It's fun, right? All right, so everybody, I would open up a short here. Highly likely we're going to make a move to the downside. Highly likely we're going to make a move to the downside based on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at the 15-minute for execute entry. So right now, 15-minute, to me, wants to fulfill this channel. So let me show you what I see here. This is a falling wedge. Highly likely to break to the upside on the 15-minute. And it could just actually make here, but the 50-minute is oversold. It wants to make our move back to the upside here on the stochastics RSI. So that's what I'm looking at here. Well, I'm waiting, you know. Just like today, we saw this. If you were in my channel today, you saw this shoulder, head and shoulder. We called it a complex inverted head and shoulder. Highly likely it was going to break the neckline to the head. Measured move to the upside, and exactly where did we go? Exactly there today. So if you were in my trading group, you would have learned this today. You would have learned what an inverted head and shoulder was, and you would have learned exactly how to play it to the upside. Okay. Pretty crazy how it followed this line of this trend line that I made. Like other people had this trend line, and there was a lot of price action that got bought off this trend line. Suggests we will bounce again as we bounce here to the upside. Stochastics low. I wouldn't, if the 7-minute is low, yeah, see the 7-minute? We're about to get a bit of a bounce here. So if you are a leverage trader, if I was trading leverage, be a nice time to get in right now because the 7-minute or 50-minute are low. Highly likely we're going to get a push to the upside based on my theory. This is based on my, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Could be a possible shoulder, head and a shoulder there, and we could dump to the downside. Anything is possible. But on my trading style, when I'm trading small time frames, if I'm trading the 7-minute, the 50-minute, and the 7-minute gets this low like that, usually a good entry for me. Also, you have swing up to swing up, but you have swing down to swing down. You have slight hidden bullish divergence there, see? Because that swings to the upside, that swings to the downside. It's slightly hidden bullish divergence, okay? You do kind of have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, but you could almost say that it kind of played out already. Like it, look at this, let me show you how. There it bounced, retest the neckline, and then dumped, and that was the measured move, right? So kind of negates that, and even with textbook technical analysis as well, without stretching it or making it anything kind of. Well, I live in Mass, and we have a senator who does everything she can to piss on crypto. Shout out to David Hagan. I live in Mass too, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Can you check out Sprinkler on KuCoin? We'll take a look at Sprinkler. Shout out to Tim Johnson on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. 291 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers on a Sunday night? I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Hope we get our watches back up to 600, man. We were banging on them all week long just because it's here for the weekly candle close. It is a different time, but baby, let's get them up. If everybody get those likes up, if you get the likes all the way up to the people watching, everybody, I know you can do it. You're amazing people. Help me get all the way up to that move. I want to see 500 likes on the live. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. I'm going to keep moving. You're going to keep moving. We're going to keep it going every single night together. So move for Bitcoin in the 15. Look for Bitcoin to get rejected highly likely by about 30,500. Maybe it even wicks up to 30,006, gets people somewhat excited. But I'm looking for a rejection here, and that's when I would begin my short. When the 50-minute begins to roll on me, and maybe it even starts to roll down here, we don't know. But these are areas I'm going to be looking in if it tries to get back in the pattern. So I'm going to be looking in this whole area for a short because the 4-hour highly likely wants to roll on me, and I'm at the top of a pattern. So I'm just going to play the 4-hour, and we're in a rising wedge. 68% of the time this happens. So if I play this and I'm wrong, so be it. I'll live to live another day. At least I played what is most likely going to happen. See? As long as you lose trades that are most likely supposed to happen, they're playing the probabilities the proper way. Most people will be like, wait, what do you mean? It's like, well, you got to figure that out for yourself over time. I clicked the like, and now here's another one. Thank you so much. I'm 39, Joshua Carrero, my man. Rising wedge with high Stokes at resistance. Why do you say wow? Do I look old or young for 39 years old? I'm fishing for compliments about my age right now, but you know. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Much respect to you and yours. Thank you for coming on in. Not much of a day trader lifer. I come for information and the vibe. Shout out to Surga, Party King Tack. We love you, man. As long as you come for the vibes, that's what you should be coming for, man. We love you. Dustin Cava, I don't know. 39 and looking fine. I thought he was 33, baby. 6 years younger, baby. It's that lemon water and the honey, baby. Haven't had honey all day. Shout out to the Be Well Honey Company out of 54 Macklin Street, Pembroke, Mass. Every single day I start my day off with some honey. And I had no allergies this spring, no allergies at all. I was out there with the pollen falling all over me because I've been drinking local honey all winter long that has contained the pollinations. All the bees went through all those different places. If you have honey all day long, then and that's why I do the honey. That's the main reason I do the honey. So it rids me of having to have allergies, and I could be outside and I could really enjoy nature because I love nature. I never want to be one of those people that's like, oh, I can't enjoy nature because I just get so many, and I hear that a lot. I bet there's somebody here in the chat. I can't go outside during the springtime because I'm inside with the AC on. Like, I just don't want to be out there. And it's like, oh man, that's so sad. And this is what God made this beautiful earth for us to enjoy and be outside in this beautiful place. And people can't be out there because they're getting allergies, right? So to me, allergies aren't an excuse not to enjoy nature and be outside in the beautiful weather. So, Be Well Honey. I have honey every single time I can. All right. I got some honey from my local area, even as a piece of the comb in the bottle. I love when it does that. It's so good. Oh my God, amazing. Yep. In my opinion, they're smarter than Tom Crown channel, dude. Shout out. And no one has to be smarter, man. Tom Crown's a good guy. I'm not trying to put myself. We're all here together in the community to try to make it. I actually like Tom Crown. He's grown on me. I have to be dead honest. If Tom Crown, if you're out there listening, I love you. And, he had his channel just, and then he came back strong. So you know what? He went through what I went through, and I have compassion for him. I was looking at his Twitter. So, Tom, I love you. I believe you're out there listening. Tom, I love you. And, yeah. If anyone knows Tom, reach out. Let him know. I support and I love him, man. Okay. Super Chats, Phantom, XRP, FitFi, and Sprinkler. Let's take a look at Sprinkler. So there's my idea for Bitcoin. Went over the weekly, went over the 3-week, the 3-day, the daily, the 4-hour, the 1 hour. I showed you the 50-minute, the 7-minute. Like, I gave you Bitcoin. Like, we basically bent it over and inspected it like a proctologist. The bags were wet because of the sprinklers, so they kept breaking when I tried to carry them in. One bag broke and the watermelon went rolling down the hill, and I had to get it. This sounds ridiculous. Why would you pick up a wet bag if you saw it was that wet? Like, come on. You wouldn't, grab the bottom? That's insanity. Everybody, we have to do it. We have to do a vote right now. My wife picked up the bag with the watermelon and it rolled down the street. Right? So it is so funny, right? But honestly, do you pick up a wet bag? Am I rude for saying that? Come on in. Wait, come on in. 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 Come on. You want a lot? You can chaz me out live. Huh? Why not? Wait, here she is. She's coming in, everybody. Here she is. Here she is, everybody. Wait, here she is. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Why would you put the sprinklers on when you knew I had a delivery from Whole Foods? And all those bags got wet. All those bags. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Then I picked up the watermelon bag. It broke. It went all down the hill. It went down the hill. This is your fault. I am sick of it. Sick of it. Shout out to each. I'm going to get it tonight. I would totally be that guy fumbling with the disgruntled wet bag, man. This is too much. I love it, lifer, man. Shout out to Grace Protocol. Shout out to Love Learning. Tell Bezos they got some cheap bags, man. Yeah, yo, Bezos, man. Step up your bags, man. Make them, made out of, vegetable glycerin, So Bitcoin, highly likely to break to the downside. I'm looking at the levels to watch here for support of 29,300. Even a wick down a capitulation, 29,000. Even into the 28,500s. They love to go there and bang it out. Best stream on YouTube. Shout out to Darth, dude. Shout out to each and every one of you jumping on into the live. Thank you for being here. Guys, if you get the likes, then people won't leave. We had 397, about to crack 400. But we couldn't get the people to hit that like button. Now we're about to hit more likes than people watching. Let's get it going, everybody. Let's get it going. We still haven't gone through the altcoins. We have so much to go over. Wow, it's been a long stream, though. An hour and a half already. It's usually when I'm out on a Sunday night. So in their defense, don't worry, Lifer. If she gives you any trouble, just a reminder that your audience thinks that the Lifer is 6'8". Exactly. They all think I'm 6'8", babe. So there you go. Somebody thinks I'm big, strong.
Me. At least my lifers love me. I have a trading group, and everybody in my trading group loves me. Me.
Whenever me and my wife get in a fight, I just run into
my trading group. Me. And then my trading group tells me that I'm the best.
Nice. Oh, man, my wife, man. Me and her, man. I couldn't be here without her, man. She's the best. Lifer has stamina, man, every single day. Every single day, Lifer. Meditation, learn, walk the dog. Every single morning. Lifer is motivation, blast positivity, and spits knowledge daily. The 99 is crazy. Shout out to the Hash Puppy, man. We love you. Thank you so much for sending the love and letting them know. And if anyone take the beginner's course, please let them know. Blueberry Jam. Clive Martin. Only reason I mentioned is that the BSZ London is a good show. And you're a local musician, yeah, but Lifer's voice is way better than these DJs. Don't worry, you guys are funny, man. Legs on the couch to the upside tonight. Lifer sleeping on the couch tonight. I sleep on the couch every night because we don't have she likes to keep the baby close. I was kicked out of the bed a long time ago. So that's what's cool too. I can say whatever I want because I already have been on the couch. So you know what I'm saying? Lifer has the power. Lifer gonna have a story about falling on his face tomorrow. You guys are funny, man. Kevin Calderon, you're hilarious. Nah. My wife doesn't abuse me. This isn't Johnny Depp and Amber, We're not going there. All right, we're not going there. That is hilarious, though. I did watch a before and after of one of those one night when I just had to get my mind off the market. This guy just does them, and he's like, he laughed. It's like pretty funny, man. She left me an angry. What did he call it? He called it something. He was like, she left me and he's like, stops, and he's like a grumpy, and a grumpy. I guess it's a grumpy or something. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I can't believe it, man. This is so funny. You don't mind the couch king. I got a giant couch, so it's comfortable. My wife complains about me sleeping on it. She's like, you're going to disform it and ruin it. You're going to ruin the couch. I'm like, whatever, man. Like, it's a couch. Like, I get another one. I buy another couch over there. Hey, throw the couch in the trash. I buy another one over here. Don't tell me how to sleep on a couch. Hey, baby up there. Bring me down some spaghetti and eggplant parmesan over here, huh? That'd be mad funny if you actually brought the eggplant palm down. This would be your time to shine right now, babe. This would be your time to shine. She probably won't bring. Will she bring eggplant palm? I'm going to put a poll. Do you guys think that she will appear with eggplant palm? What do you guys think? Will she? Will she or will she won't? Will she or won't she is the question over here. Is she going to appear with eggplant palm or are we going to be left with our hands open trying to find an altcoin? Only time will tell on this Sunday night. What? What did you say? What's not funny? Are you going to come with the eggplant palm? She won't. Grace says you won't. You won't. Queen, get the money. Bull looking good in the 51 hour in Stokes. We're going to look at Bull. Wet bags break 68% of the time. That's funny, man. Cup of noodles, man. You guys are funny. This is a good show. This is a good show. This is a fun show. It's a different show. Got a different vibe to it. So we got Bitcoin locked and loaded, in my humble opinion. I put as much effort as I can into my analysis. And I have a strong feeling based on the probability of what I'm looking at that we will roll to the down side. All right? Nothing's guaranteed, but, we did it here, we did it there. It's likely we're going to do it again. And we're higher on the RSI than we were all the other times. So it's even more likely. And eventually when the RSI gets really light, that means the daily, and that's why I'm trying to show you that daily. You don't want to play with that daily. Daily could get a little higher on the RSI. I'll give it that. I have been saying, though, the 3-day, the weekly, these big time charts are super oversold and expecting a bit of a bounce. I have mixed signals to everybody, and that's why I go step by step, day by day. Okay? What is that?
All the bags.
Oh my God, yo. Get out of here. Nah, I'll take care of this. I'm going to keep him on for a little while so you can live in this now.
No. Get out of here. Get out of here. They stay on. They stay on. They stay on the whole show
but the
now.
whole thing is.
No, they
I
stay on the whole
couldn't,
show
Sam.
now. Would you do your hair for this now? You
No,
look pretty,
I
huh?
mean, I
Look
just-
real pretty.
Sam, the thing is, they break even if you
Show
do
your
30
face. Show your face to the camera. I got a wet bag on my head over here. Oh my God, this is funny, man.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Lace would eventually bang on them, get sold off, of course. But even if you were late to the party and you forgot to sell, 9% gains in the trading group. Unbelievable. Save this clip for the highlight reel. She got you burned. Super burn. Oh, man, this woman, the wet bag, man. You guys are funny. Fire vibes tonight besides the occasional lame-o troll. Fire stream. Lifers are the best. I love you all. Best group in the world right now. Thank you so much for saying that, man. So we believe we've done our work. We've done our due diligence for BTC. Let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, right? That's what I want to see. I look at it every single day here on the channel with each and every one of you. We're also going to look at another thing, too. We're going to look at the Dow Jones Industrial. Crypto Fear and Greed Index back at 10. Extreme fear. Extreme fear. That's crazy. Sentiment is down. I mean, I always like to buy down there, but it looks like we could get even lower. You never know. This is pretty crazy. I'm expecting a bounce. I mean, whenever you get this low, I do expect a bit of a bounce. These are like single digits, 10. That's when I usually back up the truck and buy some BTC. However, not when the 4 hours overbought. Not a good look for me right now they're not lining up. The big time frame looked like, like I have been loading up for Bitcoin on the bigger time frames, I like what I see. But wow, extreme fear 10. Unbelievable for Bitcoin. Let's move on out of here. Let's jump on into the Dow Jones. Where is the Dow right now? We're going to look at the Dow futures. We got that locked and loaded for you. Up 247%. That's good for Bitcoin. That could actually drag Bitcoin out of that rising wedge to the upside. If you're in my trading group right now and you're somewhere where you can't watch the stream, you might be at work. You might be, who knows what you're doing. We're here for you right now, and we're going to post that Dow futures for you, give you an idea why. Because the Dow futures has something to do with what's happening with Bitcoin. When you see the Dow futures moving like that, it could give you an idea that the Dow could pump to the upside, that there could be some movement. Bitcoin could be uncorrelated and do its own thing. We could decouple to the downside while the Dow goes up. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Right now, this is what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour, it does have some more room to the upside. Says we could pump up throughout the day, tomorrow, or throughout the night. Right? I forgot. We're still open, but I'll look at the Dow in a second. But it says we'll pump up for the, for the remaining couple time period, and as we showed you. So I'm bullish right now in the next 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to the upside, and then after that, it's looking like that's when I would like to open up the short. Anything we could boost out, and then we could retest and boom out, and then I would switch my idea. So I don't open up a short until we get rejected by the zone and begin to fall, and that's when the short would be opened. Okay. Clive Martin, don't even mention it. He has a big international following on that jazz station. He only does it once a week though. He's wine. Take his wine and play wine gigs. Dunno. We'll be soon. Yo, lifer, looks like you have a wonderful life and even a more wonderful wife. You could tell you two are still madly in love. Much respect, sir. Thank you for all you do. Not in the group yet, but wow, Sam Tomlinson. You can tell me and my wife are still madly in love. We are. She is a sweet woman. How could you not be madly in love with a beautiful woman like that? She's so beautiful, so sweet, and so amazing. And she supports me, and I'm a maniac, and she's the best. So I love my wife so much. I do all this stuff with crypto and Bitcoin and YouTube, and she's behind me every single way. You can only imagine, to get to YouTube, you have to live a pretty crazy life. Just to get to YouTube, you're pretty much, you're not like everybody else. You're doing you're on the outskirts of society, really. When everyone, we're all watching it, it's fun, but you have to think YouTubers are people that usually went against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Went on a different path. And my wife watched me go on a different path, and it's been a struggle for years. And she's been with me every step of the way. I thought about her today. I said, man, you've been with me through all of my struggles, all my ups and downs, all my pains, all my wins, all my losses. And, there was a lot of losses for a long time, and she stuck by me no matter what. So she gets all the love now, and, now she gets to be a queen, and she gets the love, and she takes care of my kids like they're gold, man. She is the best mother in the world. I could sit here for the rest of the show and talk about my wife, but, let's talk about coins. You are still going to be in the doghouse. She said, no, you're not. I love you. Whoa. 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 Wow. Wow. Amazing. Who's that?
She's mad at that weird honey addiction. Every successful man has a strong foundation. That foundation is typically his wife. Crypto Wifer won the paper bag round. Crypto Lifer and Lifer Wifer, a beautiful thing. Shout out to Love Learning. Hey, Wifer. Host some Lifer moment. Okay. Let's deep dive, shall we? So most coins are going to follow Bitcoin. Unless they're on a different type of position, different type of tear, something else has happened. Okay? I got to tell you. Like, CWAR might not because it's in a flag and it's oversold in the 50-minute, but just like Bitcoin. You want to look at what you want to be looking at right now is the 4-hour for a lot of charts. You want to be looking at your 4-hour and you want to see if it's correlated. Hero 3S or EOS 3S. See, the shorts should be uncorrelated. So, like, I would be presenting myself some shorts. And the idea that these shorts have a high probability of breaking to the upside on the 4-hour time frame. I mean, they're melted. You know, they're melted to the downside. You could even, you know, is there an attempt to bring this into a larger, yeah, I mean, look at this. I would have to say that's a descending triangle, if I, you know, in my humble opinion. But again, I mean, you're very oversold in that 4-hour. Now, I don't enter it right now, you know, but the shorts are starting to look scrumptious. Okay? They just are. All right? Stargate, I had it in this pennant. It did actually boom up in the last 4 hours. It's funny. I was looking at it earlier this morning because I was watching Banter for a second. I just clickbaited him, or last night before I went to bed. I don't watch him a lot, but I just clickbaited him. It looks like apparently he lost a lot of money, man. I feel bad. A lot of these people, a lot of these channels had a lot of money in Luna. Why not? I mean, it was like the premier coin. They tried to take a lot of people down, man. If I had a lot of money in Luna, like my channel, I might not be as so happy right now. Like, thank the heavens that I didn't. You would know because I would have been like, everybody, I would have been like, hey guys, like, welcome to the channel. Like, I'm still down like 100,000, 300,000. Like, man, like, it would have been hard for me to like hide. Maybe I would have been able to stay heads up, but it would have been hard for me to like, you know, so like, just a simple fact that, you know, I'm like upbeat, let you know I had no money in Luna because thank the heavens, you know. And again, I shouldn't even say anything else because no matter what happens, I should be able to weather the storm. No matter what happens. I like CTO Larson. Go check him out. He made a beautiful video where he kind of talks about life. He shoots a bunch of different, you know, he brings in shooting and aspects. Well done. CTO Larson, man, really love your work. Love what you're doing. I made money off Luna, yeah, but it was probably profit. I mean, we shorted it. We made money shorting it, you know. EOS is garbage, right? I think the same thing. I think the same thing. She's a beauty lifer. You like the brunettes like me. Storm Detector, my man. Damn, you're really getting chicken parm? No, eggplant parm. My wife just made me pernil with arroz con candules. She's the best. You're the man, dude. I love you, man. Yeah, for sure. Madly in love. I'll be in the group soon. Love y'all. Shout out to Sam, man. My girl just wants the Shiba money back. Yeah, she's beautiful. You married up, dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate you for saying that. Bo is bricked up with no pants on while on the stream. Boy is bricked up. You're silly, man. I'm so blessed with another wife. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so blessed with an amazing wife. I don't know how I said another one. Wouldn't have it. You know, God bless you, David. Happy to see you happy. Happy to see all you. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you for teaching us how to navigate this market. Watching possible retest on DMTR. George was DCAing even when it was tanking. LML. Alchemy, you're funny, man. I was so close to the start staking UST. Me too, man. 2 weeks ago, I was about to put 50 grand in there. I was like, why not? I have it, you know, I have cash sitting. Why not I just, best way of saying it, that he outran his coverage on that one. You guys are funny, man. Outran his coverage. I like that. Rand and George got Luna wrecked. Oh, so beautiful. All right, I'm looking for those super chats. Everybody, put them back in. Let me get a mod to throw them back in there. I really want them. I'm trying to get them, and I can't see them. I can't find them, and I want to get to brass tacks here. Lifers are nothing without the wifers. I love my Monique. There you go, Jimmy. Shout out to Monique. Super chats, Phantom, XPR, Fit5. Thank you so much for doing that, man. You're the best. Yeah, because the chat's moving faster than ever. Chat's moving faster than ever. Need a place to put these real quick. Super chats, Phantom, XRP. Let's take a look at Phantom. And I believe Phantom will follow Bitcoin. I bet you Phantom's in a rising wedge on the 4-hour. Just something I'm looking at. Let's take a look at Phantom on Binance. I mean, you got a rounded top with the 4-hour. Look at that. You have a inverted cup and handle on the 4-hour. It's kind of funny, right? Go look at your daily too. You want to look at your daily. You're topping out on the daily, and you didn't make a, you didn't get any. This is going to be your next resistance. 66.6 is your next spot for Phantom. A lot of people don't realize this can get worse. Like, it can't get worse. I'm like, it can get way worse. That's technically a rising wedge, even though it's not. See that? Resistance, you're right at resistance too right now at 42 cents, right? I mean, let's go back in the past. Let's see if we can see any place back. Yeah, right there. Look, that was your nip. Resistance, resistance, resistance. So you're at a big boy resistance. You need to break above that. You break above it and get to here to 57, 58 cents. Then you want to see 58 come and use that as support. So we want to see a break above this zone and use this as support. But right now, I mean, with the daily and the 4-hour being high, I'm not too bullish on it. And anything could happen, and I could be 100% wrong. I just want everyone to know that. This could boom up tomorrow, and I could look like a complete clown. There's no guarantees what I'm saying is possible. But just in my humble experience, look, let's go back in the past, and let's just say I was in the. Watch this. Watch this. It's March 2nd. Watch this. You just took a pill that let you go back in time. It's March 2nd of 2022. You're watching the Crypto Lifer channel. You asked about Phantom on a super chat. And the Crypto Lifer is sitting here. And here he is. Okay, thank you so much for your super chat. It is March 2nd, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're looking at Phantom. Thank you for being here. And you are now in the past. So we're looking at Phantom here. I see resistance here for Phantom at about 213. Phantom desperately needs to get above 213. If it can, really big boy resistance is really further up, right around here at about 241. I'd like to see Phantom get above 241 and bounce. That's where I would like to make more of a move here if it can get above there and bounce. It is in a falling wedge, 68% chance of a break to the upside. However, you could even raise that wedge up here like this and suggest that maybe is it at resistance? I don't know. I'll play it both ways. There's an idea. Sometimes I do dual channels. You can see we kind of have two channels going. There's one, it broke out. Is it going to fall to the downside? What I also see happening here is the daily is very oversold, and you're making a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. It's likely that you do get rejected here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour as well. 4-hour is very oversold, double bottoming at the top here, and you're in a rising wedge. Even though you have a shoulder head and a shoulder there kind of played out, it's likely this breaks to the downside. Okay, so I don't know. 4 hours high. Look, the 4 hours high here, it broke to the downside. 4 hour was getting high here, not a good time to get in. 4 hours getting high here, not a good time. Not a good time there. Any single time the stochastic started getting above that dotted line, it really showed you the last 10 or 20 times it wasn't a good look. Let's see what happened. And now we know this wasn't in the past, right? So now let's see what happened back then. We would dump out of that rising wedge. The 4 hour was high. It was not a good look. So let's just go back to where we are now. We're looking at a similar situation. So I'm just playing these things the way I play them, the same time every time. Now, if it doesn't go if it goes against me, then fine. Anything is possible. It could come here and bounce and then bounce out. Who knows? But that's my analysis for Phantom. Highly likely to break to the downside, possibly do a double bottom. Your support is here and here, which is 31 and about 25 cents. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Phantom back at 31 or 25 cents. I have not dollar cost average back into my Phantom bag yet. I just want to make that clear. I may never go back into Phantom again. I don't know. I haven't decided. Haven't made that decision yet. Okay. I swear on everything, Sam has been one of the most consistent pattern traders I've seen. Well done, Sam. Shout out to Staunch Money. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Next super chat, let's take a look at XRP. XRP, my friends. XRP. And every time I go over coin, it's a learning moment. It's time where I can really go over the coin and really spend some time breaking it down, talking about it. XRP, when this was in this beautiful pennant, I really didn't want to see it break to the downside, but it did. It turned this pennant into a falling wedge. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we see happening for XRP. First thing we're going to do is look at XRP on the weekly chart, okay? Weekly chart. Second thing we're going to do, kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, even though there was a high right shoulder. I'm creative with it because you never know. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to pull a fib from this impulse here in the middle, which is the pandemic impulse. And we're at an 886 retracement for like, we're at the bottom. Like XRP at 42 cents. I feel like it can't get any lower. Let's look at a measured move. Let's take a look here. We'll get rid of the fib there now. We got it, but you know, now let's place our weekly support and resistance. That's another thing. Some coins are so dry, you're like, how could they go any lower? Like, I just don't see it. There's also a lot, like, there's a lot of ideas that we're at weekly lows. Look at the 1 week chart. It's low. I mean, you're definitely closer to the bottom. If you go down to 28, 26 cents, I think that's, I don't think, somewhere in the 20s. And I hold XRP. I want to make it clear. And it's just something I don't sell. I don't think about going back in or out. I'm in for the 5-8 year hold, whatever. I'm already in 5 years, 4 years. Yeah, like I'm willing to keep holding. You know, it is what it is. If it breaks out of this falling wedge, this is your measured move to the upside. I mean, I've seen it happen many times. It wouldn't be the craziest thing in my life. Stochastic's low, MACD showing you signs, and the RSI low, and you're in a falling wedge. You're definitely not at the top with the RSI on the top, overbought with the RSI above the dotted line with the MACD turning on you, and you're in a rising wedge. So you're not in, like, you know, if you flip this upside down, you're looking at Phantom right now, you know. So my idea is this. I mean, XRP could be hitting a bottom here at 42 cents. It's a very strong support zone. See right there and right there? If it breaks this, it's headed lower to the big weekly support zone at 31 cents. So if Bitcoin does a nasty dump, look for XRP go all the way to 31 cents. 4 hour in the daily, just like everything else, are in this is a bear flag, everybody. I'm going to tell you right now. These are bearish flags. Hands down. Hands down. Why? Because if you were trading with me, I would trade that bullishly to the upside. If I just flipped the coin upside down. If you were trading with me, I would be like, hey, everybody, let's trade this. Our measured move is right there. Neckline, let's get it in. And we flip that back and down, down, down. So if you look at XRP3S, which I believe exists, which is a short for XRP, that may end up being kind of a nice play here. Let's take a look at it. It's doing the exact opposite that XRP is doing, you know? And you could see this break up. Even though you had that big channel up there, you could just X-nay that out, look at it by itself. And I mean, you're oversold in the 4 hour. You're oversold in the daily. This is doing the opposite. This should get you paid. So I would write this down, have this on my radar, 67% gains. I would have this in my playbook. I'm not saying, see, everyone's saying, oh, he's saying short the market. He knows exactly what's going on. But I mean, this is oversold. This looks like it's going to pop tonight. Wait for the 1 hour to come on down first. Let me look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is good. Look at the 15. Yeah, wait for the 15-minute exit. But like this has momentum on the 15. And it's oversold in the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily time frame. That's quite interesting to me. XRP. This short. So to me, it looks like you're looking at a 20-cent XRP. My only thing is this is the bottom. It looks like the bottom of the bear market's close, and then we're gonna just slowly go sideways and up for the rest of the next 1 year, and that would be an 18-month bear market. Remember, bear market's at 18 months. We're already 6-7 months through it, everybody. We've done a good job, everyone. Shout out to everybody. You're 1 year through a bear market. Most of you didn't even believe you were in one. You know what I'm saying? You're below the 200-day moving average. You're in a bear market, everybody. Hands down. There's just some technical things that you must admit when trading, okay? No matter what. No matter what. XRP3, as you guys saw a little piece of my marriage tonight. Never thought that was going to happen, but this is a reality show of my life. If you live stream every single day, you're not going to be able to hide pieces of your life, you know? As much as I love to studio, and I will put this in a studio and try to make it real professional and, like, you know, juxtapose it like a TV show and all that, I still always want to bring that real life atmosphere to the show. I always want to have that behind the scenes feel. I want you guys to understand what it's like to live through my eyes, and I want to live through your guys' eyes. I want to visit your guys' houses. I want to interview you. I want to hear what it's like to be a lifer. So shout out to each and every one of you on the live. Thank you for being here. So I would write this down, have it ready, get ready. 3S tokens are looking like there may be a move. You know, maybe a move here. This 30,250 area rejection. It's already started. Look, you got Tweezer. Look at that nasty, nasty wick right there. from what, 30,500 rejection. See that? And I'm not in replay mode. I always got to make sure I'm not in replay mode. All this nonsense. You know? I mean, tweezer tops on the 4 hour, not a good look. Tweezer tops on the 4 hour, high stochastics, everybody. What do we do? What do we do, everyone? I want to hear it. We short the market. You know, funny that I have to go over Sprinkler today, considering that's what I did to my wife. I sprinklered her. Funny, right? Anyway, take your gains fast, man, before somebody else does. Trading, you're taking other people's money. Take your gains fast before somebody else takes your money. Please, don't leave your money on the table for somebody else to grab it. All right? FitFi. Let's take a look at FitFi. People want the FitFi. Now, if Bitcoin dumps, this thing will dump too. Remember that. It could fall out of the channel to the downside. However, 1 hour is pushing to the upside. All right? Let's take a look at its 4 hours. 4 hours high? No, 4 hour has momentum. Not a lot, though. You almost need the 1 hour. You don't really have a lot of movement here. 1 hour suggests you will get a little move here to the upside. Kind of a Sammy cup and handy here. See that cup? Kind of a shoulder. See, it's a messy, sloppy inverted. Get a shoulder here, get a bit of a head. You got another right shoulder. All right? We'll close that down. We'll strengthen this up with a upward trajectory here and a downward trajectory. That's a chubby symmetrical triangle right there. That's a 50-50 ball. Goes up or down 50% of the time. So this could go up or down. You take a shot, it's like rolling the dice. Flipping a coin. You win this or you're gonna win this trade, you're gonna lose this trade, you're gonna flip the coin. It's up to you. You know? That's a 50 shot. I like to trade 68% chance. So I like to get 18% more probability in my favor. And even more if I can in some other ways. So I don't know if that's my trade right now. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. 15-minute does say it is my trade because if I look at the 15-minute, bit of a savvy cup and handy on the 15-minute. If you trust the cup and handle like I do, it does suggest that you will break to the upside. If you trust the cup and handle, and it says you're kind of already trying to. I take the conservative measured move of this one. Well, FitFi might actually get some gains here. You never know. But that's the TA, hands down. That's what you're seeing, in my humble opinion. You're going to have resistance right here at 0.1705. And then, of course, right at this level right about there at 0.1865. All right. Measured move is to 2 cents. 20 cents, sorry. 20 cents. That would gain some nice chips. 15%, right? And then all the way down here at 4.4%. That's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, 2.59. Might have to kind of shave it a little lower. 3.14. Yeah, there you go. Anyway. Yeah, so write down the shorts because you never know when they're not perfect yet, but they may be a time soon. FitFi could break to the upside. It's on my radar. Just watch it. Just watch it. I would watch FitFi. I'll put it out to the group too, just so they can look at it. Why not? High risk with Bitcoin, though, too. High risk with Bitcoin. It's strange. We have like a strong weekly candle close. I mean, not strong, but stronger than, we were green into the close is what I mean. It wasn't amazing by any means, shape, or form, Let's take a look at this sprinkler, man. How did he spell it? SPRNKLR. Yeah. Is it a real coin? If it's a stock, I ain't going over it. But he said sprinkler on KuCoin. What am I missing? SPRNLKL. Let me pop out Coin Market Cap and take a look here for a split second. Let's take a look here. Sprinkler. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on a Sunday night for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. I can't find Sprinkler, man. You're probably messing with me at this point. This dude's messing with me. Like, he's messing with me, and I fell for it. Like, right? I mean, for sure, right? I could go with sprinkle of ink, but I don't want to look at the, yeah. Let's look at DMTR. Dimitra. All right. He's saying it could be retesting. There's a chance. Now, we played it here out of this cup and handle. Now, what's crazy is, look, see this cup and handle? If you had faith in the cup and handle, I mean, it gave you the measured move all the way there. It told you were going to get to 11 cents. See, the problem is people don't see this cup and handle. They can't understand this pattern. Another thing that I saw, look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder. We played this cup and handle. I got out right there. I mean, there was no need to keep it moving. But, like, had you had faith, you would have been up and down, and would have gotten closer to the entry. But then you would have hit the target, which is pretty crazy. Then you could have played this low here and banged that out, which we were talking about. Anyway, this thing's been moving pretty nicely. I'm going to delete all my old work. I'm going to look at it fresh again. Let's take a look here. Making a bit of a flag here now. That flag could boom out just in the 15-minute alone. Okay. You got that pattern cooking. You have that upward channel. Can you put it in this and say it's continuing? There's a chance you could do that, I guess. I'm more comfortable with this because you get more touches. Yeah, I'm far more comfortable with that. And you'll be like, how did I make that decision? You'll just over time, you'll be, you know, a certain pattern will make you feel more a certain way for a certain reason. You could even say, look, we had this diagonal resistance too, and we banged, you know. So resistance, and then you mark your support and resistance as well, which is right there. Previous resistance becomes new support. We are retesting support zones. 1 hour is coming down, 4 hours low. 4 hours still has momentum. Rising wedges breaking up to the upside. And I mean, most of the time they're going to break to the downside. You're fighting yourself. Look at the daily. Daily's very oversold in a way. I mean, daily's tweezers topping and dumping. So you could try all you want to play this smaller time frame, but you better be scalping and you better be in and out, and you better understand that the daily's not in your favor. So if this does pop and you get this move here, and anything is happening, we got bots and all sorts of stuff that can happen here. Anything can move, but it's not my trade because the daily and the 4 hour are not with me. So it's not my trade. However, it could happen. You could see 38% gains, but it's not my trade. All right. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on. And Comb did massive gains recently. Now it's trying to consolidate kind of quietly. Is it getting ready for another big move? You never know. Comb trying to do the B Pro special there. Let's take a look at CIX 100. Just passing by. Just do some TA while I'm passing by a coin. This one is also getting tight here in a bit of a zone. We've been watching it. And the 15-minute wants to push to the upside. I want to see the bigger time frames. I want to see the 4 hour. I want to see 4 hours doing this little flip here. See that? I've seen a big move come out of that even recently. Big moves have come out of that recently. I like what I'm seeing on the 1 hour. I mean, we've been seeing these insane, like, you know, just not really the sharpest tools in the shed, broken patterns, but we've been seeing them play out pretty nicely. This 1 hour's pointing on down. It's all about that 15-minute. If you're looping up, then it's all about the 7-minute for exact entry sauce. 7-minute isn't where I want it to be. So look at this. I'm just giving you gem right now. Like, when the 7-minute comes on down here, that's when I would be looking on this because I know my 15 minutes in my flavor. And the 1 hour looks pretty good too. That'll only take like 10, 20 minutes, and it may never even happen, but I'm looking at this for a possible move to the upside based on the 1 hour. Like what I'm seeing here for 6,100. Fun way to say 6. See, I finally figured that out. Took me like 3 years. I was seeing CIX one. I honestly finally figured out at 6,100. How crazy is that? I am not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes. I was calling it CIX. And I'm like, what is that? Like today, I'm like, oh, dude, it's 6,100, my guy. Like, figure it out, my guy. Everybody else got it, but you over here, Slowby. We called him Shloby because he was a slow bean. Nah, it's negative self-talk. I can't put myself down. Life is good. That's getting tight in the channel. It's going to have to go up or down soon. I mean, again, symmetrical triangle, 50-50 shot. Thanks for checking out Sprinkler. I might have got scammed. I have no idea, man. I thought you said it was on KuCoin, though. Were you making a joke, dude? He's definitely making a joke now, because now he's on me again. You're funny, bro. I like you, Timmy. All right, Timmy. You got me, Timmy. You got me, Timmy. You did it again, Timmy, for the $10 super chat. You made me make a clown of myself. I made the clowns of myself publicly again. Thank you. Okay, so there's a possible chance this does break to the upside. I like what I'm seeing. However, I'd wait for the 7-minute for beautiful entry if you want to be or just, I mean, highly likely the 7-minute doesn't stop you out, though. So that's just me being super anal. All right. Like, that's just being, that's the craziest way to trade ever. But that's what I teach my students, how to find bottoms and tops based on being very, very, very analytical of the technical analysis. CIX 100 there, and it's also doing a little bit of support and resistance flip there. We could see a bit of a move. I like what the Stokes are doing. I like how the MACD's kind of shivering off and we have a lack of bearish momentum. I like how we kind of have the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, the complex inverted. Same thing that we see for Lace right before Lace decided to bang on them. So I like what I'm seeing for 6-100. Highly likely to make a bit of a move here based on the Stochastics RSI. Oversold on the 1 hour, 4 hour. 4 hour has momentum, 1 hour and 15. Watching the 7-minute for preciseness. Yeah, that's what it is. 4 hour has momentum. Okay. You look at the daily. Daily still has momentum too. See, some things are cooked on the daily. This still has some momentum on the daily. It's a little messy. I don't even want to really look at the daily because it's a mess. But, I want to trade this 1 hour, and that's it. So that's what I'm looking at. 6-100. Laces Cardano Metaverse. Good tech. Yeah, man. I mean, it had something to do with Cardano because it's Lovelace. Ada Lovelace is the lady, I won't make that mistake again, though. I hate apples. I took a beating, though. I lost 70% of my bags to unrealized gains and kept losing until I figured out how to short and stop the bleeding. Yep. Gotta learn how to short and stop the bleeding. Tiny Tim, the ghost of crypto past, will visit you in the night. You're funny, man. You missed the super chat from Nix, my man Proverbs. The heart of the husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. You missed the proverb. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm, and all the days of her life. Man, my wife is the greatest thing in my life, man. Greatest thing in my life ever. I'm very blessed. I'm very, 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 very. I'm very, very blessed. Very, very blessed. Let's take a look at. So we looked at it all: DMTR, FitFi, XRP, and Phantom. It's about 10 o'clock. It's got to be, right? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Wow, 8 to 10. We did it again. Another Sunday night live stream. Great scripture, but eggplant palm, right? Smooth Sacks always sets the vibe. Trading takes the mindset. Lifer is on it. Love you all, man. Watching moves for Vi. Yeah, Vi might make a bit of a move here. Ooh, remember Oki? I think the damage, look at that. We talked about it. It went up. 47%. Look at that. Oki did damage, man. Oki, I reloaded. Get it? Oki, I reloaded. That's funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny. No one, nobody likes that? All right. I thought it was kind of... All right. Nobody liked it. It wasn't a winner. I think that's. And Danny's like, hey man, Billy's like, bounce, man, bounce. Shoulder, head, and shoulder here. This could bounce out of an inverted. Delete everything else. We did nail it. You can see though, but that's an inverted head and shoulder. There's your neckline. Just play that. You just play that neckline, and like I told you, right? When I was pointing down, where the 4 hour though? Where the 4 hour though? 4 hours not as where the other ones are, right? Wouldn't be surprised if I saw Oki make some moves. Some coin's gonna pop tonight regardless of what Bitcoin does. That's what's funny about it all. We don't know which one it is. We're gonna find it. That's what we're trying to. That's what we do. We're not gonna try. That's what we're going to do. And you're looking for low 4 hour, really. You know. Oh, this is the YRX token. Didn't make the move it could have made. Got tight. 1 hour's coming down too as well. The market's starting to feel it, I'm telling you right now, which is interesting too because look at the Dow. Let's go back to that Dow futures, 210, 169. Look, Dow futures starting to slip. That could end up negative on the day. See some more negative news come out, see some slippage. CRPT's been hot, I'll give you that. Look at that short starting to dump to the downside, and I wanted to open up that short immediately. And to me, what I'm seeing is this, like, you're getting rejected. Making a bear flag, 4 hours oversold, you're falling to the downside. Let me show you, I have so many charts open on Bitcoin. Should be the KuCoin chart with the rising wedge, right? The Binance chart then. I don't even have like a neat, like, all right. Craziness. That chart got us through a lot, but it's time to just, this is my last chart I'm gonna post to the Lifer Room. So you kind of say, fine, we broke out, broke back in right there, and we tried it, and we stayed on. And you could say the same thing here. This is what I'm seeing. This is really what I'm seeing then. All right. I'm locked and loaded. Crazy how we respected that trend. And then I got this giant support and resistance idea that like just... like we just can't seem to get above that zone. And then you're in a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. And you're about to roll over on the Stokes. Bad. So you could short Bitcoin to the downside, you know, in my humblest of opinions. All right. To me, that's the trade of the night, you know. But you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell anyone what to do, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I would be short in Bitcoin. I already said it 2 hours ago, really, when we kind of assessed, and we've been right all along. So far, we've been right. I'm not trying. It's not even about being right. Like, it's just, you know, this is what has occurred. And we could go up and down, and as I said before, I could be completely wrong, or this projection may not happen. I shouldn't say the probability that I'm looking at on the stochastics may be wrong, and this may end up going to the upside. I just play these stochastics over and over again, okay? And it's likely we're going to come back down here and test this level at about 29,500. So I expect to be red. I expect to wake up tomorrow into red. I expect the Dow to continue to dump, but anything is possible. I expect this to go to 150 live right now in front of me when I refresh this page. You know, 153. See that? I don't know, man. How did that just happen? I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing. Tron's been hot. Tron's been hot on the daily. One of the few coins that has a low daily. It's funny. We had it in this bullpen. Funny, we called this. Remember? I don't know. We called this on the week. It's so weird. We talked about Tron possibly pumping in. I think I was on like BitBoy when I was like, well, you might see Tron break out. You know, we went over this giant daily. Look at that. TRX. Shout out to anyone that got 11%, not huge gains, but TRX. If you're in the trading group, you would have got the TRX call on 520 right here. Look at this. Today is what? The 22nd, right? Of 2022. And that's up 11% right now. We sniffed this out. How? I don't know. But we did. What does it say here? It says, what did I say? Of hundreds of coins that has an oversold daily in 4 hour and 1 hour. Coiling up. Something brewing here possible. The market was horrible that day. Like, it was bad news. I went through and scanned the whole market, and Tron was the only thing that looked good. And there you go for 11%. So that's what you get in my trading group. I just like work really hard to find those gains. It was on Bitcoin when you talked about Tron, and they all laughed at you. Who's laughing now? If you haven't yet, take a second to smash the like button. It's mad funny, right, bro? The monkeypox story might freak the markets. Yeah, they're gonna try to freak us out and push the monkeypox on us again. That's something that's brewing too, and I think that's gonna be the next catalyst. So get ready, everybody. Show me the charts, and I'll show you the news. Charts are showing that's what there's something brewing. Last thing I want to show you, right? How to predict the markets so you can look like a genius in front of your friends and family. Okay? Look at the dollar index. What does the dollar index look like on the daily? It's oversold and about to bounce hard. Okay? And if that's oversold and about to bounce hard, then Bitcoin's about to dump hard. Bitcoin's about to dump out of this. The dollar's about to pump out of this. I'm showing you some signs right now. You got to pay attention to this stuff. I hate to scare you, but I tethered up. I thought it was time to get out of everything. And last few weeks, I was like, you know why? Because I said, you know what? If we are at the bottom and we pump, okay, and I miss like a move and we solidify 42 or 50K and then I get back into the market, it's gonna mean that we found a bottom and we're like rolling to some crazy top or something. So, okay, so be it. And if not, I'm gonna miss the worst downtrend ever and have a bunch of cash to pick it up. And the dollar's gonna strengthen in price. So I'm gonna have a stronger dollar when it's time to buy what I want. Real estate, gold, Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. So I'm getting myself into the strongest asset at the time for what's going on around me. And I'm not playing myself either. I'm giving myself exactly the truth based on the charts. Look, this is flagging out too. It's not the best flag, but it is a flag. And you're oversold on the daily time frame with a pull here. I'm just showing you signs that are not good for Bitcoin. You do not. And if no one wants to believe this and people don't want, this is extraction. Shout out to everybody here on the live. My name is Samuel James Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been doing technical analysis for about 6 years now, obsessively every single day for 2.5 years on my YouTube channel, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I'm here Sunday night at 8 p.m. going over reasons why I believe Bitcoin is highly likely to make a move to the downside. What I want to take you through is the last time we got oversold on the daily stochastics on the US Tether dominance chart, right? So look, we ended up making this falling wedge here on US Tether dominance. On the right chart, I'm going to put Bitcoin USDT. We could do the KuCoin chart, the Binance chart, whatever you like, right? Now, when I hit this level here, we're going to juxtapose it to where Bitcoin was. And what I love about this is it shows me the same place. I'm going to go to the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to hit the daily, okay? Hopefully this will square us away here. It does. And I'm going to show you, actually, what we're going to do is going to go BTC, USD, Coinbase, yeah. Now, the last time, okay, the dollar got low here, and we were getting into the oversold regions for the US Tether, was right when Bitcoin was kind of ending its tear here. And if you can see here, we were high on the daily, on the stochastics, yet we were low on the stochastics. What would happen? Tether dominance would boom, Tether would run into Tether, and Bitcoin would collapse to the downside. Okay. Let's take a look at another time that Tether dominance was very low on the daily, okay? Let's even take a look at a little spot right here. Tether dominance extremely low on the daily. That coincides with this high here and this double top for Bitcoin, okay? This double top right here for Bitcoin in the stochastics RSI. And you can see what would happen. Bitcoin would tumble to the downside. Tether dominance would boom to the upside. 2 for 2. Let's go to another place right here, okay, where Tether dominance would blast on out right here. We were low below the stochastic line. This is where Bitcoin would begin to dump to the downside massively, massively. Again, same thing here. And so I'm just showing you patterns here. Whenever you juxtapose Tether dominance on the stochastics and they're below the dotted line and Bitcoin is above the dotted line, it does not bode well. Right now, where are we? We're in a bullish pattern for the Tether dominance on the daily. We're oversold, and Bitcoin is overbought. And Bitcoin is in a bearish flag that I keep showing you. So, like, I don't know what people want. They want a miracle. They want technical analysis to tell them something different. That measured move is $20,660, and people would be flocking into Tether like you wouldn't believe. And I believe we could go to 10K and 12K, and it wouldn't be the end of the carnage. Okay? So are you ready for that? Most people are not, but we will see from there. Okay? We will see from there. So I don't, and I'm not guaranteeing this, but the probabilities are highly likely we're going to see a move up in Tether dominance and a move down in Bitcoin. This doesn't bode well for the week, okay? Also, the dollar looking like it's trying to make a move back to the upside as well. Doesn't bode well for the week. Get your shorts on. If you don't know how to short, jump into the trading group right away. Right now, if you have a portfolio of over $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, my humble opinion, even just 1 month in the trading group for $99 might save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Get me wrong. You're like, no, I only have 10K. Yeah. But that $10,000, right? That's going to, who knows? Market could dump. You end up losing even more. And then what if you could 10X 10,000 to 100K? What if you end up getting 3K and you only 10X that to 300? That's a difference of $70,000. And someone could be in a difference of more, and they could end up being millions or $100,000. So joining my trading group for $99 could literally be the difference. Could be. And I'm not guaranteeing and saying anything. This is this, but it could be the difference between you losing hundreds of thousands of dollars or learning how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in the next few weeks, next few months, the next year coming ahead. So I'm just trying to show you the knowledge that I have and how I can help you position yourself into the market by juxtaposing the right assets against each other, by having a plan, by being able to see things a little bit in advance and being able to see both things that could happen and having a plan for both things. Please get yourself prepared. Please get yourself educated. Please do not walk blindly into crypto, lose all your money, and then tell everyone crypto is horrible. Okay? Because that's not the case, and you know it. All right? Okay. This is sad for me. I don't like showing stuff like this, but it's just the facts of life. I hate to be the bearer of bear news. I love saying that, but because it's funny, but I hate to be the bearer of bear news. And there you go. Up to the upside is 6,100. Banging on them. Look at that. I mean, it was highly likely to move. There's 6,100 already up 5.5%. We'll see what happens from there. Shout out to my lifers. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And I'll do some more deep dives in the live for my team and in the groups. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I love you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you for calling yourself Crypto Lifers. Thank you for sharing these 6 screens with me. Thank you for having a blast. I just jumped on in. It was an amazing time. Sunday night, Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. Here we are. No storm in nature lasts forever, nor will this bear trend. It'll be bullish someday, and we're going to be there to take advantage of the market when it is. Luna taking off. That's funny, man. Great show. So giving. Shout out to Finbook. Shout out to everybody here. Anyhow, this has been my learning life this week. Been fun. ACH mooning. Yeah, right. Alchemy Bay. Really? Wow, it really is mooning a little, barely. I mean, come on, man. Some pump group picked it to pump today, you know. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all in the next live stream. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Remember, you can do anything you believe in. I want to tell you that because you can do anything you put your mind to. If you think you can get there, you can. If you think you can do it, you will. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Be safe. Crypto is life.